is the audacity of most women for me. This Sophia's audacity, even me, I'm shook. I shook it. There's some things I want to point out from this voice note, and I want you guys to follow along. I don't know if you have heard the voice note. I'm going to play it. Just listen. So the next time we hung out, I went home with him and all of that. We're already talking after, like, obviously, Burna and I were talking, like, because Ama had sent him my number. One of the days she was trying to reach me and I wasn't picking up. He collected my number from her and still trying to reach me himself. Yeah. And well, that's how eventually I agreed to see him. Well, after the club, we now went home and all of that. Yeah, I'm just like, whatever happens, happens. We knocked and all of that because he had already sold me a lot of dreams and all of that. I was like, oh, no problem. Like, he can be like one of the guys. He's just know how to code it. I'll be getting money from him. Yeah. He do his own things. Me, I have my own relationship. Exactly. That's how. Now, this is point number 1. Look at how she said they went home and knocked because he has sold her a lot of dreams. Point number 1, they are what? Dreams. Now you have woken up to the reality. Another thing that she said there that is quite funny is that Burna will do his own thing while she does her own thing. That is clearly pointing out to you that, hey, Burna is not the only man that she is knacking. She is meant for the street. She's doing her own thing, right? And Burna can have whoever he wants. But somehow, he is selling dreams to you. And you are buying. When you know that from day one, your intentions were evil. Let's move on. Exactly. That's how, when that morning I wanted to leave, he was like, oh, don't go. I'm like, no, I'm going. I went back home and all. The next thing, he never called. He texted me, oh my God, I'm so sorry, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no wahala. I want to pay for my car like this week, please. Like, what's going on? He's like, oh, trust me, I'm coming to Lagos on Thursday or whatever. We'll see when I come. That Thursday, which he didn't come to Lagos, he didn't say anything. I just blocked him. Well, that's the day I even paid for my car. I blocked him. Point number 2. When you are begging somebody, emphasis on begging because you are begging, okay? When you are begging somebody for something, you are blocking that person. Once you block a man that you are dating, you are married to, you are into, you are knacking, you are simply telling that person that you don't care. So already you have blocked him. So now you want him to run back to you and beg you to come and collect Lambo. You have been played, darling. But let's move on. Fast forward to like, okay, he now came back to Lagos after I paid for my car. Obviously, Ama is saying money, right? So me, I'm like, I'm hanging on money because it's your boyfriend. Hey, she said what? After I have paid for my car. You lied, auntie. If you had the money to pay for this Lambo, you wouldn't have been asking Burna to pay for it. What am I trying to say? I'm not saying that the Lambo was not bought. I'm saying you have other men on the pipeline that you were expecting that money from. Burna Boy just happened to be one of them. Listen, Burna Boy happened to be one of them. And you know how women do. All you women, you know yourself. You are asking Okeke, you are asking Okoro for, you are asking Okoro for the same thing. Sometimes 3 of them will pay, you buy that thing, and you palm the money for the rest. So what do you mean by you have been balling? Now, my money you use the ball now. But let's move on. Situation where when I felt Burna is ready to give me my money for my card, I promised me my own. Now, this is the point that, boom, shocked me. My money. And this is where the audacity of women, they shock me. Your money. Did you give Burna any money to hold for you? He didn't give me any money to hold for you. He should give you your money. Knacking was an agreed thing, auntie. You wanted it, right? Because of who he is, you think you can manipulate the man and collect his money. Now you're saying it's your money. Audacity. Ama knew about this the whole time. Ama is saying money, right? So me, I'm like, I'm hanging on money because it's your boyfriend. I don't want a situation where when I said Burna is ready to give me my money for my card, I promised me and all of that. Yeah. And I'm thinking about it, like, Ama knew about this the whole time. You're seeing money. Money
Manny is Burna's best friend. If Manny had spoken to Ama, if Ama had put pressure, like, no, it was me who were calling the whole time, and he promised my friend this one, and all of a sudden he just like didn't do what he promised my friend, and all of that. Like, if Ama was telling Manny, like, nah, that's not nice, you know, but Manny would have actually spoken to Burna and said, like, bro,
Of course.
they're best friends, like, bro, like, no, be like that, man. At least find something, like, you know, that she blocks you because of now. Like, do you understand? Like, she blocks you because of this. Like, you know, if you had done this, people should have, you know, speak like the truth. They both completely removed themselves from the issue. After they were the ones that were blowing up my phone, I didn't say anything because at the end of the day, I'm like, it's not when I met Burna, I started bullying.
Yeah,
I bought
exactly.
my watch. I know Ama must have gone to go and tell my boy my watch. I bought my car. Burna was telling Manny that, oh, he saw it on the blogs. I bought my car. As well to like, recently, like, okay, so like last week, you know, Burna flew in one girl like that, one called Chloe.
Yeah, so it is.
Now, this is another point. One Chloe girl. Women, our matter is too long. What do you mean by one Chloe girl? If you're an it girl, if you're a girl that is out there, in fact, you can't tell me you don't know who Chloe is. We all know who Chloe is. So what are you trying to say? One girl like that, as if she's a street girl like you. You know who she is. And let me tell you something. You will not get princess treatment from a man that do not see you as a princess. So you're already beefing the Chloe girl. And again, that Ama girl that she is calling in this voice note, that is the girlfriend of Burna Boy's best friend. Okay? This Ama girl is their friend. See how they are beginning to blame this girl. Let's move on. So yeah, Ama was telling me, oh, Chloe is even coming to Lagos. Burna wants to do one dinner thing for her. Yo, like, she said she was going to buy my Lambo. She buy my Lambo.
She's the one that made him not buy you that Lambo. Let me just tell you.
I'm just thinking about it. I'm just like, if you actually like were
your friends,
one day I wouldn't have gotten something from that.
Exactly.
You would have actually told your guy, like, yo, that's so nice. Like, this is the height of it for me. Okay? Look at what the other person on the line said. That this Ama girl now is the person that made Burna Boy not to buy the Lambo for her. Women and lack of accountability. You are not thinking of what you did to Burna that made him not to buy the Lambo for you. Your juju no work. Whatever you are using did not work. Whatever you are putting in your stew did not catch up with him this time around. Instead of you to blame yourself and take accountability of that, you are not dragging another woman into it. And ask yourself what I did. You are not looking for a way to blame the Ama girl. You're not even talking about, oh, let me blame Burna. Let me tell Burna what he did to me. You are putting another woman into the picture and blaming her for not getting my Lambo. Emphasis of your Lambo. Burna was not owing you any Lambo. That's what women fail to understand. Whatever you have not asked yourself, maybe whatever you promised him with your body, the pickles was not what he was expecting. The knack is not up to par. It is not up to Lambo standard. This man worked hard for his career to get to the level where he is. And 15 minutes of pleasure or less, depending on how long Burna lasts. Okay? Or less. And you expect a Lambo for me. It's the audacity for me. Wow. Even me as a woman, I'm shocked. You have been balling all this while. Really, madam? You have been balling all this while. Then, do we need to emphasize it that all your so-called balling is from a man? Where do you work? What do you do for a living? Why do you expect Burna to buy you that? Since you already bought the Lambo, he also knows that he is not the only person tapping that. He knows that at least a list of men going there that are taking care of you. This voice note that got released is the most silliest voice note I've listened in a while. These are women exposing how silly, how they do not think deep, how loose, how you disrespect yourself. Let me be honest at this point.